I'm Schwa. Welcome to Shuakoba's news and entertainment and fun facts and more. So take it away, Lakoba. What do we got for today's segment?
Alright, so today we're actually going to be talking about a very big issue in today's society.
Wow, a big issue.
Yeah.
It's big.
Could affect our future generations for years to come.
There are polar ice caps in the world melting, and there's a lot of ice in Greenland that is melting. And it's seeming to have an effect on our future, and it's going to be very harmful for our environment. So Lakoba is going to go into a little bit more detail about how this is going to affect our future generations to come. So is it affecting our environment in a positive or a negative way?
In a very negative way, actually. Some people may say that global warming does not exist, but it actually does.
So like people who don't believe in climate change?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I heard that big rant on YouTube with that teenager, Cameron Smith.
Yeah, Cameron
Smith. He doesn't believe in climate change. But yeah, we're hoping to change the viewers' opinions that are watching and tuning into us right now as we speak about this problem and how you guys can make a difference.
It actually affects a lot of ecosystems and animals as well.
No, not the animals. It hurts the animals?
Not the grizzly bears. No.
Oh. The giraffes?
Not the giraffes.
Oh, thank goodness. What about the flamingos?
Nope.
Oh.
It actually affects mainly polar bears who live in the colder regions. Yeah, it's pretty sad.
Take 5.
Alright, take 5.
If you're telling me that this poor little guy is being affected by polar ice caps melting.
Yeah.
And how's that?
Well, what happens is these polar bears, once they get close to the edge of the ice, when they're trying to find water to drink, the ice actually breaks off due to their weight, and they float out to sea, causing them to starve to death.
Now, why wouldn't the ice break if they're in the middle?
Well, because in the middle, the ice is thicker and more reinforced. It's colder there. But out near the coasts and the sea, more heat is getting to that area, and it's melting way quicker.
Got it. What do you think humans' role in this whole drastic major is?
Well, we could be having a positive effect on this, and many of us are trying to have a positive effect, but as of the moment, now...
Well, of course. No one wants to kill these little guys.
No one wants to kill polar bears.
No one!
But as
no
of right
one
now...
wants to kill you.
As of right now, we're having a very negative effect on our climate, and especially the polar ice caps and Greenland regions.
So to go into a little bit more detail about humans and their impact on global warming and this whole idea of climate change, and really just to grasp how humans are putting an effect to this major problem of polar ice caps melting, we're going to turn back to Jacopo to tell us a little bit about what we're doing to cause this harmful thing to the polar bears.
Thanks, Schwa. So one way that we're actually causing a negative impact on our climate is by our large-scale factories, by mass-producing many just simple, mundane things that aren't really necessary. We actually cause a really detrimental factor that affects our climate. Like, per se, a lot of factories in China, there's so much smog there that it's not only harmful for the environment, and the gas causes a greenhouse effect, which melts the ice in Greenland and Antarctica, in the polar regions like that. It also causes cancer and holes in the ozone layer.
A major part of it is us and our driving. And if you take a second to realize how often humans drive and use their cars, and that the main thing being released from cars into the atmosphere is the release of gases from the engine. All this is cause pollution.
Yeah, it does.
It just goes in the air. It doesn't leave because we got too many greenhouse gases blocking the ozone layer from other particles being able to exit the atmosphere, therefore creating this wall and this roof of just heat and gross. It's just melting all the ice. It's too warm.
It's too warm.
The baby polar bears need to be saved because they're cute.
And not only that, they're important to the ecosystem out there.
Exactly. Yes, they have a major role in Antarctica and most cold places. Now we're going to turn our time over to Mr. Cammy Bow, also known as Cameron Smith, over in Greenland. Hello. Thank you, Shua. My name is Cameron, and today I'm here in Greenland. And as you can see, around me there's nothing but snow and ice, but in fact, it's very cold here. However, the snow is continuously melting, and it's actually starting to melt at a faster and faster rate. The melting rate is constantly increasing. It's causing a decrease in habitat and land for polar bears. Turning back the time to you, shuakoba and Shua. I'll see you guys next time. Hopefully I can survive this detrimental heat in Greenland. Just kidding, it's really cold, but it's constantly heating. No! 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 We went over a lot about how humans are a major effect in climate change and the melting polar ice caps in Greenland. But it's not only the humans that are causing this. Some of it is due to nature. And Lakoba is going to knock out some facts for you about why nature is also causing problems with the polar ice caps melting.
Alright, so nature actually isn't a big factor in climate change, but it does change the climate over decades and centuries.
Are you saying humans have a bigger impact?
Yeah, humans have had a bigger impact since around the 1950s.
Wow.
Yeah. So volcanic eruptions are one cause of nature affecting climate change. Once volcanoes erupt, they release toxins and chemicals that go into the air, and they just heat up the earth and melt the ice.
Are there any more factors that affect climate change naturally?
Well, there is a lesser known one, and that is the change of Earth's axes. So what this wobble in Earth's tilt does is it differs the amount of sunlight and radiation being reflected back up into the air. And basically, this changes how much heat and radiation is in our atmosphere, melting polar ice caps and things of the such.
Teslas are sick. If we take a look at the Tesla Model S 85D and the original 85, we notice that the amount of air pollution that is released by them is, in fact, none.
Yeah.
Yeah. Teslas are pretty cool, although they are a little bit pricey. So, although some may argue that they're so expensive that they're not even quite cost efficient, and that you won't even really pay off how much you're spending,
They're still cool.
They're still cool.
Yeah.
They still get the point across, and it is still helping our environment to continually shift from having a negative effect on polar ice caps melting. Therefore, saving polar bears, saving lives, and saving the environment.
Another way that humans specifically can help is by decreasing the demand of mass-produced items in factories. And what this will do is stop the flow of factories like 24/7, and it'll give time for the air to just settle and spread out. Or you can just eliminate all air pollution by walking, riding bikes, and
Hoverboarding.
yeah, hoverboarding. Also, you can inform people and governmental figures just so that they stay informed and they're able to vote to help our environment in the future. First, Teslas save lives, not only of humans, but also of innocent polar bears.
If we don't have another question, I'm going to bed. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dearest Waterstrat. Happy birthday to you. From Shua.
And Cameron Smith.
No, Cameron is not in this.
And Lakopa Fix.
There we go. Oh, I'm so done. I'm done with this.
CFCs? What are they called? CFC?
I don't know, the things that break holes in the freaking clouds and then we
Yeah.
can't breathe and then...
Chlorofluorocarbon?
Not chloroform, that's for kidnappers.
Yeah. Alright. It must be that then.
Alright, the video's still going.
Okay. So...
I'm not even going to ask you what greenhouse gas is. So are there any other factors that... No, there's no factors. This isn't even important. No one cares about climate change.
So, Shua asked if there are...
Go.
Oh.
But Boba,
So Shua asked if there were any other pack.
stop! Pick it up. What did you do?